Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back on GT Sport. Now this is the first time I think I've played this game in upwards of 2 months, I'll be honest with you, so I wanted to do a little bit of an experiment video here today. Now what we've got ahead of us is 3 races here on GT Sport in the daily race A from this week. Obviously at the time of recording this, what, the 26th of July, August, God, that's worrying, I don't even know what month I'm in. So yeah, the last week of August, then from Monday the 26th to Sunday the 1st of September. We've got the Toyota GT86 and the Subaru BRZ, obviously pretty much identical cars. There are a couple of slight differences with them in real life. But yeah, we've got a 5-lap race here around the Tokyo Expressway Central Outer Loop. Quite a high-speed circuit on the whole and everything like that. I'm really excited to be heading into this. But yeah, what we're going to do then is 3 races here around this track, and I want to just show you guys the progress that, you know, can be made in just 1 hour on GT Sport. You know, I must admit this was done on the Monday, everything like that, but yeah, really happy with the progress that we managed to turn around in these races. Like I said, 3 races, 1 hour between logging on and the final race, and let's just see what we can muster up. Then the first race of the day, we would start down in P10 with a 1 minute 35.613 there, my fastest lap from the session. You can see the top guy sort of a high 32, a low 33, everything like that. And yeah, it's been my first time back on GT Sport in about a month, so I certainly was looking forward to it, but wasn't quite confident as well. But the lights are on, and it's 5 lights, and away we go with them, ready for the first race of the day. Remembering the little trick with the traction control means we're going to jump straight past 9th place there, and now, yeah, we move ourselves up inside the top 10. Actually getting a little bit of a punt from the Spaniard behind as well as we head down in towards the first couple of corners of this race, and already forgetting which buttons I need to press for the different options. I was trying to look instantly about how I could look behind me. Yeah, kind of forgot how to do that one. As you can see, coming through the next couple of corners. So this track, I must admit, once I got used to it and I sort of learnt the braking points and everything like that in this car, really good fun, I'll be honest with you. I sort of looked at this, I think we've got Suzuka in the GT4s and then Brazil in GT3, and I sort of thought perhaps those two are going to be better combos to, you know, sort of do something like this. But once I got used to it, you know, I don't drive many road cars on GT Sport, did find it really good fun there, as there's already been a carnage going on as we head out onto what is probably the back straightaway. I guess they're moving all the way up into P6 of this race there, as we had a couple of spinners and then someone very slow on the exit of the corner there. Means here we're up into P6 already, nice and early on in this race there, and all over the back of yet another Spaniard here. A couple of Germans just up in front, and then a Brit and a Swiss lead the way there as we got to the end of lap 1, and accidentally, yeah, clicking the wrong buttons as we start lap 2 there. I was trying to, yeah, once again, find out what the button was to look behind. You can see this Italian in my, you know, just behind me there, decided he'd keep the nose in, and well, we got put into the wall. I don't think he even got penalised for that. Whether he should or not is a bit of a different question, as yeah, soon after a Frenchman gives us a nice punt as we head out through the tunnel once again here. And yeah, this track, that is one obviously issue around this circuit. There's a lot of punting, unfortunately. You know, you'll get around a very blind corner with all these high walls and everything like that, and there'll just be a car in the way suddenly as we forward on throughout the rest of this race. You can see towards the end of lap 2, they're just getting almost clipping the wall as we head through that corner there, and unfortunately that's going to really unsettle us throughout the next couple of corners once again there. And another guy, the Spaniard there, actually gets around the outside. I wasn't aware he was there in all honesty at the time, so I think that 4-second penalty, harsh, but justified, I'll be honest. You know, in hindsight is a wonderful thing, and I definitely didn't notice he was going to be there, hence why I accidentally slammed the door shut. And you can see as we head out onto the slowdown zone on the next lap, obviously we would be slowing down here, and you can see obviously serving that penalty. And I must admit, the system that GT Sport have implemented, it was probably quite a while ago now, but definitely a big improvement over the old system where everyone would just slow down on the final lap of the race there. But yeah, we would move back down then into P9 of this race, all over the back of this Frenchman there. I actually thought we were still ghosty. We were going to try and be a bit cheeky in that situation. Yeah, couldn't make anything work as we head now back up the hill once more here. Just 2 laps to go of this race. We are going to try and, you know, sort of fast forward all through all of these quite quickly on the whole. Want to try and make this, you know, fairly fast-paced video nonetheless. And you can see now as we skip on to the final lap of this race, the Frenchman there actually bolted, and we went out all over the back. I think that's a Serbian flag. I think, you know, let me know if I'm wrong, as we head towards the outside in towards this lovely, fast-flowing right-hander here. We thought about going for a switchback move there, but we're actually going to get snuck up the inside by the Hungarian there, and we've actually got another Italian coming through as well, so we've lost out 2 places in that one, potentially even 3, as we head in towards the final half a lap here of this race. Are we going to be able to make any sort of recovery as we head down in towards the next tunnel there? You can see really trying to use all the body roll as much as possible there. They're going to go side by side just up the road. Are we going to be able to capitalise on this one? You can see the Italian there just in front there. He's going to try and look to the outside. We're going to be able to go up the inside of him. He actually slots in just behind us. The Serbian once again moves to the inside. We're going to try and hook it up around the outside. He skims the wall. He just gives us the room. And we get around the outside of him as well as we head in towards the final couple of corners of the first race of the day. And you can see in towards the final 2 turns then it's going to be P9 in the first race of the day. 1 minute 36.574 as we head through the final couple of corners. I don't think we're going to improve on that lap anyway. You can see a 1 minute 30. No, we did do a 1 minute 36.0 on the final lap of the race. You can see the BLZs led and came last in that race, but P9 in the first race of the day, and hopefully we can try and make even more progress over the course of this one. Made up 1 place in that race, so I guess we'll take that. And then we'll head on into race 2. You can see already it found near enough 2 seconds from my previous qualifying lap there. You know, the pace was starting to, the muscle memory was back, everything like that. And we felt a little bit more confident here as we get ready for the second race of the day. Once again, making sure to remember the traction control of first gear there. And obviously this car, where it's a proper manual, you do have to lift off. Although you don't technically, I don't know how people use a clutch on GT Sport. I've seen sort of a couple of weird things in a couple of old cars where you can sort of like keep the car in neutral throughout a gear and things like that. I don't know how to do that, but we were, lifting off we were effectively doing clutch on this game. I was having to lift off the throttle, and although I wasn't doing any clutch input, was still doing it, in the real world, if you will, as well there. And you can see, held on to P6 off the start, then almost had someone trying to look from behind there. The Italian once again in this race. You can see already by the end of that one, we'd actually picked up a 5-second penalty for hitting the wall. Very unfortunate there, but we do now move ourselves up into P5 of this race, maybe even P4 there at BLZ. Very slow on the inside there as we head in towards the final couple of corners of lap 1 there, and you can see we've actually now still got the Italian all over our rearview mirror there as we head in towards the final couple of corners. They're trying to get a good drive on the exit there. He actually skims the wall as well, so we're going to be able to have a look up the inside there. I think the Italian is going to try and follow us through as we head down in towards turn 1 once again. There we are going to be able to get just out in front of him. They're going to be side by side in towards the first corner there. But yeah, up into P4 then of the second race of the day. And the Hydro Type R, who was currently leading this one, I think at the time of recording this, he was in the top 10, ready in this race. You can see, going obviously through the slowdown zone, that we would lose quite a few places there, all the way down to P7. I don't think, are we going to lose another one? I think there's going to be someone gaining massively. There we go. PG Motorsport now up into P7 of this race. We tried to get back up the inside on the exit of the corner there, but couldn't make anything work this time around there. And now we're going to try and stick with these guys over the next couple of laps, see what we can try and do here in this race. Obviously, already, a couple of seconds up on my PB, setting purple laps here in the second race of the night. I think, what was it? Our PB in the first race was 1 minute 36.0. As we head towards the end of lap 3, what are we going to do? It's going to be a 1 minute 35.2 there, so 8 tenths found on a race trim as well there. I'm actually going to look up the inside of PG Motorsport there as we head down in towards turn 1 there. Make sure we match Red Welsh as we head through the first couple of corners there. Try not to have hit the wall on the inside, and we've actually got a really good run as we head down through the tunnel once again here. Are we going to be able to make any sort of move work? Well, all over the back of him, almost pushing him through as we head down in towards the tunnel there, trying to stretch out fourth gear as much as possible as we head now down the long back. I don't know really where you call the back straightaway on this circuit. There's 2, arguably 3, around this circuit there, and none of them are particularly straight. As well, as you can see now, coming out through the next couple of corners there is PG Motorsport going to be able to get a run. He is gaining ever so slightly as we head down in towards the next couple of corners there. He's actually going to look round the outside there. I didn't really want to try and go for that, but he's certainly going to try it as we head down the hill there, but nothing he can try and do in that situation. Red Welsh dinks the wall as well, lucky not to pick up a 5-second penalty for that. There we go. I spoke a little bit too soon in that situation there, and yeah, Red Welsh now picks up that penalty as well, so not really ideal for him. Are we going to be able to make any sort of move work though as we head down the next couple of corners there? You can see we're actually going to look to the outside there. He's going to give me the room. No, he doesn't. We dip the car on the gear on the red line there. He actually, you know, gives us the place in the end, though. Didn't want to hold us up in this race there, so thank you very much to him there. And you can see as we head through lap 5, they're actually digging the wall once again here, and that's going to give me, I think, once again, yet another 5-second slowdown penalty in this race there. So not too happy with that one there. PG Motorsport as well, even you know, getting the penalty, losing the momentum down the straight, and yeah, still another 5-second penalty in this one there, as we actually can accidentally give him yet another little punt here as we head in towards the final few corners of this race. And I would like to try and get back past the German, although we won't finish ahead of him because of the pens. I certainly know there's a little bit of, you know, pride on the line as well as we head in towards the final couple of corners of this race. We're going to be on the inside as we head through the final tunnel section there, and he's actually once again going to bail out really, really early there. You know, with our penalty, he doesn't really need to go for anything as we head in towards the final couple of corners there. And yeah, I think that is going to be, it's going to be P6 on the road in the second race of the night there. But where are we going to be after all is said and done? And we actually set a 1 minute 34.7 on that final lap. It could have probably been close down, you know, sort of a low 134 had I not done the handbrake turn there. And I think we're going to finish P8 in the second race of the night there. So not so ideal, but, you know, I think what's that? We found 1.5 seconds on a race pace, near enough 2 seconds in qualifying trim as well here as we get ready for the third and final race of the night there. And yeah, happy so far with the progress, and one final race to finish us off. What were we going to be able to do? Hopefully, you know, we can get a bit of an improvement. Maybe you know, a top 5, something like that would be really, really nice in the final race of the day. And you can see we've actually now got our PB down to 1 minute 32.3 there. We found yet another second, and I think at this point we were like 6th on the All-Stars, you know, the top 10 stars of the week. You know, it was still very, very early on in the week, but I'll take that. We did actually do a few laps after all of this as well, and yeah, we moved ourselves up all the way to P2 before, I think now by Wednesday we're down to about 23rd in the world there. But we have got Defra just in front of us there in the Italian once again as we head it down in towards Tom on there. Fairly clean start, you know, all the guys towards the top know exactly what they're doing there as we come up through the first couple of corners. Hydro Type R, I said about how quick he was in the race just before this. What is he going to be able to do in this third race of the day? Starting down on the second row here, we're going to try to look around the outside of the Italian there, but couldn't make anything work as we try to head down this next straight bit. Are we going to be able to look up the inside? No, he slams the door shut very, very late from the Italian as we head down in towards the next couple of corners here, trying to stay as close as possible there. And you can see we are thinking about having a look right around the outside there, and I think that's going to give Hydro Type R the run around the outside as well there. You know, just patience is key on GT Sport, and he was able to get right around the outside there. We are the number 7 car in this race, so maybe, just maybe, we shouldn't quite be fighting these guys nonetheless as we head down in towards the second tunnel then of this lap, and just trying to get close as possible to these guys as well. You know, don't really want to let them try to run away here. You know, we have good 1 lap pace. Hopefully, you know, only 5 laps. We should be able to try and keep it nice and tidy on the whole as we head down in towards the next couple of corners here. Hydro Type R still getting a very, very good run on Defra there as we head in towards the next couple of corners there. Defra's going to play defensive, and there's actually going to be a big amount of contact between the pairs there. Defra gets spun, and I think Hydra's going to understand that that was his fault there as well. You know, we gave him a little bit of a punt as well. I don't think we really contributed to that incident nonetheless there as we head through the final couple of corners of lap 1 there, and that's going to put us up into the lead of this race. And as we now skip on right the way through the rest of this final race of the day, you know, I'm going to ride on board throughout the rest of it, as you can probably tell. You know, this is not sped up or anything like that. This was just our massive pace that we managed to find in the BRZ there. Oh, sorry, the GT86 even, I should say. 1 minute 32.9 in a race trim. I will certainly take that one there. I think that would have left us about P13 at the time of recording this on the top 10 stars there. You know, on a race lap, I will certainly take that one at the end of the day. You can see slowly but surely the gap behind me was going up as well. You know, it's really so important on GT Sport. If there's anything to take away from this video, just how important 1 lap pace is, you know, trying to get yourself into a really, really high qualifying position, because especially on a track like Tokyo, you just get caught out behind stuff, and you know, every other, you know, if you start any further down, you know, sort of 3rd or 4th really in this race. And as you can tell, even starting on the front row, there was still a lot of carnage around me. And yeah, luckily we managed to avoid, you know, the GT Sports ghosting system working well once again. You know, it's always strange going from things like F1 and Forza, just how well this game works. And I'd love to try and play a bit more GT Sport when I get the chance there. But in towards the final couple of corners of this race, you can see we built up near enough an 8-second lead by the end there. 1 minute 32.9 fastest lap of the final race of the day there. So that's what, 3-4 seconds found? I think just over 3 seconds over the course of just 1 hour on GT Sport. And that, you know, around just under a 1 minute lap track. That's near a 4% pace we found at the end of the day there. So a fun little experiment video to finish off the day there. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video nonetheless. I think that's our 14th win ever on GT Sport. Perhaps we'll have to do a bit of a road to 100 wins on this game. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well and you do want to see more GT Sport content on the channel. I'm going to be trying to branch out into a few more things at the moment. But yeah, that'll do us for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time for another video.